So guys, Bitcoin made a new all-time high today. Altcoins are getting squeezed right now, just really due to the Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance that we're currently seeing. I want to walk you guys through a few specific indicators and perspectives on the market based off of the price action with Bitcoin, when we could be seeing the shift for altcoins, and also the sentiment in crypto Twitter with everything that's going on. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, and showing you guys specific indicators and ways that you can capitalize on the markets and, you know, have an up on everybody else. But overall, let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, as I said, Bitcoin made a new all-time high today, sitting at around 94,000. It was really crazy, really dope. But overall, we did see that deviation back lower. Justin Bennett kind of talked about testing that zone just because it's a liquidity zone sitting around that 94,000 region. But overall, this is also due to the Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance that we're currently seeing in the markets. Justin Bennett talks about how he's not really going to have too much updates based on him going on vacation. Justin Bennett, hope you have a good vacation, bro. Overall though, he says, as for Bitcoin, this sideways price action has attracted shorts, and with it short liquidations near 94k, which we have seen, guys. We hit that 94,000 region, and then we started to deviate lower just because we have that shorts and that liquidity in that region, those shorts and that liquidity. A sweep of shorts seems likely, which happened, but with Tether dominance holding that 2018 trend line, the question is, does a 94k sweep turn into a deviation, or can Bitcoin finally push toward 100k? Well guys, as we saw right now, we saw a deviation point, but as we know, Bitcoin does whatever it wants, and as of, you know, the time that you're watching this video, you will really see if Bitcoin is really testing that zone, or if we already broken it and if we're staying strong above it. But really testing that specific zone, and you know, the fact that we're, you know, dancing on that 2018 trend line with Tether dominance, it just points to the fact that we could be shooting up, or you know, we might be getting rejected. So far we are getting rejected. Benjamin Cohen talks about how, you know, the ETH and Bitcoin chart, which is another chart we've been keeping up with just because we want to see ETH, you know, start to flip Bitcoin in terms of that performance. But overall, ETH Bitcoin new cycle low. Remember last cycle it bottomed once QE returned, and Jay Powell told us we are not getting that yet. You can tell Bitcoin is taking liquidity from various corners of the cryptoverse. So overall guys, Bitcoin is really starting to squeeze out everything. It's starting to squeeze altcoins, starting to squeeze ETH, and you know, as a result, that Bitcoin dominance is going up, that Tether dominance is going up, and as a result, you know, we're really feeling the pain in altcoins. But usually, like how we said, you know, these start to mark bottoms. These start to show exactly that we're about to see a huge shift in liquidity, and the fact that, you know, we're already starting to see specific lows, especially with the ETH and Bitcoin chart. This is really pointing to the fact that we're about to see a shift in the paradigm and exactly in the sentiment around the markets. But overall, CryptoCon kind of talks about exactly specific indicators with the RSI, and exactly, you know, how we can really determine when we're going to start seeing higher price points. We've been following charts around CryptoCon, exactly the halvings, Bollinger Bands, and a few others that really point to where the price action is going, and it's really quite accurate. I really recommend you go check out CryptoCon. But overall, he says the Bitcoin monthly RSI bull run is here with two major tops to go. And as you guys can see, I'll go ahead and put an arrow. There is arrows at it, but for the new double top RSI for March and October 2025, he goes ahead and says March 2024 at first glance may look like a topping point in overbought territory, which guys, back in March, that's when we saw an all-time high, you know, for altcoins. Bitcoin was rallying super hard, and as a result, many people thought that was kind of a top. But he gives his perspective based on this, and you know, based off of previous cycles, and how it's not the same, and how that's not a top. He goes in to say, but it's a mirror of 2017, resistance at all-time highs. And I'll go ahead and put a arrow to the chart on the RSI. Whenever we were in the overbought region back in 2017, we hit it before we saw those double top RSI regions, and that's currently what we're seeing now in 2024. I'll put an arrow to that zone now, and he's pretty much saying it's a reflection based off of what we saw back in 2017. So that is not a top, just pretty much, you know, based off of that previous price action. He goes on to say this indicator is simple and effective. What's the point here? There's lots of room to grow, and this moves me into my next point, guys, with ILO. Especially also, I'm gonna give you guys just kind of my point of view. People are starting to talk about Bitcoin, are starting to talk about about cryptocurrency in general. It went from, you know, first the people at my job, one person talking about crypto, and slowly I can start to hear multiple people starting to wonder, hey, what's going on with Bitcoin? Doge is starting to pop off, all these different things that is starting to get traction of retail. And as a result, like how CryptoCon says, we still have so much more room to grow, and that 100K region is really going to be a really strong point. Overall, ILO covers that. He says, I've had a few conversations with non-crypto people that are curious about what's happening with the market again, and the general sorry, I lost my point. He says, and the general sentiment is, but isn't crypto just going to crash again soon? And that's exactly what everyone is saying where I work. They're asking me, you know, what's the point of investing? It's just going to crash again. And he says, these aren't the kind of questions you get anywhere near the top. 100K Bitcoin will act as the next onboarding headline as the mainstream media starts to fixate again on our entire industry and everything that's happening. And we will see the app rankings all accelerate again and remain elevated. And then he goes on to just talk about exactly those Moonshot global ranking, Coinbase global ranking, and then Phantom global ranking. Excuse me. But overall, guys, this is just pointing to the fact that, you know, retail is starting to wake up. And also the specific questions that they're saying, you know, isn't crypto going to crash again? This isn't the questions we get whenever we're at the peak of a bull run. People are getting so euphoric, you know, people are getting so crazy into it, allocating so much funds, and that's whenever everyone starts to get dumped on. So this is kind of the start, guys, the start of a shift whenever retail is going to start to move back in. But right now, we got to really keep up with the dominance that's currently taking place around Bitcoin, because literally whenever investors start to jump into crypto, at least a lot of the people that I see that I would consider retail, they're considering getting into Bitcoin as opposed to these smaller altcoins. And that's currently how the market, you know, how money shifts. It goes from the stock market, moves into those larger assets. Once those larger assets start to pump, then those people start to get more confident and start to want more X potential, and then start to move those into altcoins. But ILO gives his great perspective on it, of how people are talking about it, and it really just sparked my brain on what I'm also hearing in the markets. But overall, Mustache kind of talks about his perspective on altcoins. He pretty much just says the whole market will pump so relentlessly. You think we're close to an end? This is just the beginning of a parabolic curve. In his opinion, generational wealth will be made in the next few months. And he overall outlined his perspective on kind of what was going on. He said that he nailed the market in the recent weeks. He said who's interested in his plans for Bitcoin and altcoins, and it's kind of just because he actually we shared this on the channel. He said his perspective around Bitcoin and kind of what was going on, and you know, shooting up to that 90,000 region, and we're currently already there. So in all, guys, Mustache and multiple other people are pointing to the fact that we are about to see a huge shift in liquidity. But right now, keeping up with the dominance around Tether and exactly the price action with Bitcoin is really going to let us know when we are going to start to see, you know, that shift for altcoins. But like ILO is saying, right now we're starting to see, you know, non-crypto people start to ask these questions, start to jump in, and that 100 Bitcoin region, that onboarding headline, is going to be a huge shift in how, you know, retail views the markets and how everybody else is going to start playing the markets. Overall though, guys, if you look at altcoins, my portfolio, this isn't completely accurate in terms of profit and loss and the inputs of how much I have, but overall altcoins are down right now. They are taking a significant hit overall for the 7-day. Meme coins are staying semi-strong. You can see Pepe is still up 37% for the 7-day. Brett is up 39.2%. And these are just the coins that I'm really allocated to and I always talk about on this channel. Overall, AI coins, especially the low cap AI gems, guys, are taking a huge beating right now. And I would really recommend you go take a look at those and take advantage of this. I recently dropped a video talking about AI coins, and if you jumped into coins during that time, you saw practically like 100% increase. But this past week we saw crazy deviations, and I hope you're still holding. Hope you have that whole hodl mentality until we start to see, you know, that shift for altcoins, just because it makes no sense to sell right now. But you should be looking at these coins and looking for the best opportunity, especially where, you know, the sentiment is shifting out of. And, you know, right now everyone's so focused on meme coins. I really think you could really be taking advantage of the AI coins that are really low. But guys, that is currently what's happening in the markets. Overall, I want to go over everything really quick as a quick synopsis, so you know exactly what to look at and what to pay attention. Overall, Bitcoin made a new all-time high today, sitting at around 94,000. But right now we are testing that zone, just like how Justin Bennett said, just because that 94,000 zone is acting as liquidity for shorts. And right now, shorts are starting to, cause that price action to drop down, and also the Tether dominance that we are seeing. Once we start to see that break down, that's whenever we can start to see a shift into altcoins. And we've been talking about that Bitcoin dominance, how it started to shoot up around that 60%, 61% mark, and still rising. But overall, guys, we need to keep up with that price action around that 94K region and see exactly if we can break out and then shoot up to that 100K zone. Overall, though, the Tether dominance line, the trend line that we've been seeing since 2018, is really going to be a strong indicator. Benjamin Cohen is talking about how with the ETH Bitcoin chart, we did see a new cycle low. And overall, we're seeing Bitcoin squeeze the liquidity out of multiple assets in the market. And this is where you got to understand exactly what's going on, so you don't, fear all the drops that are taking place in the market, all the dips, and you try to rotate out of your coins to try to do something. At the end of the day, we need to keep up with these specific indicators, these specific charts that are really pointing to the fact that where liquidity is going and how everything is shifting. Overall, CryptoCon talks about the monthly RSI and the double top RSI regions that we could be seeing. He compared it to the 2017 zone, and overall says that it's a complete reflection over like a mirror. So the whole point of this chart is to show that we still have lots of room to grow. Retail is just starting to adopt, Bitcoin and everything else in general. So there's a whole bunch of room to grow, and there's a whole bunch of liquidity still to shift into the market. ILO also gives his perspective on this, talking about non-crypto people, investing into, crypto and really asking the wrong questions. And these questions are pretty much pointing to the fact that we are just starting. We aren't at the peak of a crypto bull run, guys. The fact that, we haven't hit 100,000 Bitcoin, and the fact that also everyone is pointing at that specific indicator. Once we hit that zone, retail is really going to start to wake up. All the news networks are going to start to wake up, and they're going to start really focusing on the crypto markets and overall the crypto industry. Mustache talks about how altcoins are on the verge of ripping, and generational wealth is in action, in his opinion, in the next few weeks, if you just stay committed and overall keep up with the right things. Like I said, altcoins are down right now. Overall, AI is really taking a huge hit, so I really recommend you go check out those low cap AI gems. I'm gonna drop another video tomorrow, really quick and concise, so that you guys can capitalize on this, look at specific coins, and overall understand exactly how you can capitalize on these events. But guys, that's currently what's taking place in the markets right now. Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance is really causing the price action of Bitcoin to kind of dance around that 94K region, especially with the shorts also targeting that region just for liquidity. But right now, this is really going to be a key indicator whether we're going to start to see Bitcoin shoot up to that 100,000 region, and also when we can start to see liquidity shoot over for altcoins. Retail is really starting to wake up, which is really key for our bags. And based off of where we're at in this crypto cycle with that CryptoCon chart, it really points to the fact that there is still a lot of room to grow and a lot of liquidity to shift into the market. Right now, altcoins are really taking a hit, but if you just hodl and look at the right projects, more than likely in the next few weeks, guys, I don't want to guarantee you, this is not financial advice by any means, but overall, a lot of people are going to make generational wealth, and I hope that you are one of those people. Overall, though, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, specific indicators that you need to focus on, and then also altcoins that you can capitalize on to make the most gains. I like to make my videos anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, giving you guys exactly the news that you need, not a whole bunch of fluff information of all this other different things and my own narrative that I'm trying to push. I try to give you guys exactly what you need so you can go and focus on these things, also look at specific altcoins and understand the perspectives in the market. Right now, we're about to see a huge shift in liquidity, guys, and I hope that you are exposed to that. Like how I said, right now everyone's dancing around meme coins. I actually just jumped into Solana meme coins. I'm already making a crazy amount of money with this new project called Chill or Just Chill Guy or something like that. I'm making some crazy money already. I'm gonna make a full video on that as well. But overall, guys, right now is the time to capitalize. Right now is the time to keep up with the right indicators and really hone in on what you want to do. But overall, drop me a comment, like, subscribe, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support you guys show me on this YouTube channel. We're trying to get monetized so I can go full in on trading and making YouTube videos, and overall just helping people, you know, get into trading crypto much more simply. But guys, we got to get monetized. We're getting closer, so I really do appreciate all the support, all the comments, all the likes, all the suggestions. Everything helps, so I really do appreciate it. Also, go follow me on X. I share more of my day-to-day thoughts on there, and you can ask me questions and everything else. But guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I drop daily content every day, so stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on indicators, altcoins you need to buy, and my perspective on my wins and losses and everything that's going on. Catch you in the next one. Peace.